For April 16th. Let's take a look. Well, that's for this week. What is going on with y'all? Cancer. Okay, here we go, kids. Quick little shuffle and see what your energy is like with the general spread, the Dragon Tarot. Here we go. Ooh, interesting start. So are you looking at bad habits or someone's bad habits? You have the Temperance card, which is balance. Also self-reflection, looking in the mirror, taking stock of things that are going on. I'm also seeing the Moon card, so your emotions are high. Okay, this is a lot going on. This was also happening for Gemini with the emotions being high, but we have the Devil card next to the Temperance card. So in studying astrology, I've kind of learned that Capricorn, its association with the devil doesn't necessarily mean, because on the bottom of the Devil card, there's the Capricorn card, the Capricorn symbol. So the devil doesn't necessarily mean just the bad habits, lies, antagonizing. It also means the structure that keeps us kind of held back, right? So the Devil card next to the Temperance means that we're really taking a look at the darker side of things. We're looking at what holds us back. We're looking at the structure that keeps us in place. We're also looking at the things that drive us and those outside influences, or even, like, most especially, the devil will talk to us about bad habits. That could be anything as broad as alcoholism and substance abuse, or as mild as bad habits with poor eating or not telling the truth. This is something that's vexing us or afflicting us or has us to deepen our thoughts, because if you look at the Temperance card, what we're trying to achieve here is balance, the give and take of the cosmos. We have these two angel hands with opposing kinds of elements, but they're pouring into us. And this is about striking the balance. You can't serve from an empty cup, right? You have to empty one out to fill it back up. But where is that balance? How much of what do we need and where? But another aspect of this card is this individual looking in the waters as if a mirror, and he's taking stock and taking a good long look. You know, some of this can be attributed also to fear. I think with the Moon card showing itself toward more of the center of the reading, what we have here is these emotions and fear of necessary things. It's like going to the dentist. That's the mildest analogy I can think of. Going to the dentist is required. We're afraid to go, but we know we need to have to. It's also like the big breakup. How am I going to say the thing? I see for you, now just because this is in play doesn't mean that it is the focus of your reading. This is a portion. If you go to my YouTube and log in there, you can see the picture in picture, so I don't have to hold them up, but you can see this relationship. It's the beginning card of the first sentence, right? What is it that's holding you back and what's vexing you, moving forward down to the Queen of Cups as the end result? Trusting your emotions is a big part of this game for you this week. Now, on the opposite of that, right, of this, your emotions being high, we have the Knight of Swords, we have the Eight of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Swords being decisions, communication, all air. So if you look at the Knight of Swords, the Three of Swords, and this Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords is this overwhelm. And the problem with this, hi Sarah, the card represents not being able to see our way out of a scenario or situation. They have blinders on, they've got obstacles in front of them, and they're afraid to move forward, right? And the Moon card's all about fear as well, the unknown. So as you worry about the unknown, all it really takes is enlightenment, or being able to look at a scenario appropriately, right? I can promise you that some of the information isn't going to be pretty. As we have the Tower card, I think that some of the awarenesses that you're getting in this phase is a little striking and shocking, and you feel like you need to take action. Yeah. New beginnings being the key here, the Page of Cups. So this isn't a complete total reversal, and this isn't a complete and utter transformation, because we don't have the Death card in play. With one of my favorite cards, transformation, all Scorpio, dark and beautiful, right? What I see is action. We have this Eight of Coins, action, but you're just afraid to misstep. If you notice on the bottom of this card, there is crabs which are nipping at his feet. So you feel like if you have a misstep, you might make a bigger mistake and cause more problems than you already have. I guarantee, though, communication is key. With the Three of Swords, this environment that you're in right now, the Three of Swords is telling us that you don't feel like you can communicate effectively, or that there is miscommunication present. So the world card, right? This encompasses a lot more things than just one. So it isn't just your relationship. It's kind of a global feel. This isn't something that's isolated to one person or one scenario. You're looking to change things in a lot of big ways. The fear here is what's getting to you. Self-reflection is beautiful, but just make sure you put the hammer down. The world's much harder on you than you should be to yourself. We're, harder on ourselves, but to be honest, none of it's true. Right? We tend to just forget that showing up is 90% of the game. I know I said that backward, but you'll be all right. So let me look and see. So I do have a question for you though, Cancer. Are you feeling that you have a short temper right now? Are you feeling as if it might be impossible for you to communicate without being harsh? Because I feel like you're a little edgy. We have the Knight of Swords. You feel like you're unpredictable and you can't trust yourself to speak, so you don't. There is a pivot point when it comes to money, though. We have the Ace of Coins. So you're about to turn a corner with that. And that might even be the pivot point that you have. Tension. I had to pull another card. The Four of Swords just says that deadlines, tension, requirements, things that you have to do are on your brain, right? And Four of Swords means that the time is coming nearer and sooner. And so you have to make these decisions and you're just worried. So worry not. Let's take a look at your moon reading and see what that's telling us. The moon is more like your environment or scenario more so than your general spread. Mostly your emotions too. Let's take a look at that. While I shuffle, let me give you a reminder where to find me, karmaondeck.com, to get your one-on-one session, coaching, spiritual mentorship, to take any of the classes or to book public speaking engagements. You can find all that information there. We do have the It's a Magical Life that's on Tuesday nights if you want to join us in that online class that we take every Tuesday. It's a student-led subject matter. So if you want to learn about candles or the moon, or if you're interested in spell work or anything odd and you want a safe space to ask those questions, this is it. Here we go. Cancer, moon. Nine of Swords. So just right away, come on. So the Nine of Swords, obsessing about something, insomnia, unable to come to a conclusion because you have too much information and more information comes to light. Or you go over it again and again and again. That's obsession. That's, look at her just draping on the bed. Help me. It's just overwhelming, right? And so the more you think about it, the less you feel you have control, actually. And here, the Seven of Cups. Where do I even start? The key here for you is, and the Star card too, hope is present. 10 of Cups, perfection. I think perhaps Cancer has an idea of perfection in their head, and they're not able to get the details to align with how you want it perfectly. There's also the Death card. You're worried about things changing more than you can handle right now. You have the Ace of Wands. And also, again, so your congruencies here are the world and the moon. But the key to your environment right now has to do with the Strength card. And the Strength card, more so than having power, strength, or endurance, it's about utilizing wisdom. Because what did we learn? The last time we had a scenario like this, or what did we learn based on our experience, is the Strength card. So with the Star card present, it tells us that hope is there. Don't lose your faith. 10 of Pentacles also, working on your legacy and your foundation. Just know with the King of Wands, it requires leadership. Kings being about leadership, you have two, King of Swords and the King of Wands. So that means both action, and so more so that would say, for example, back up what it is you say you're going to do. So the Swords is that decision making, Mercury, communication, executing. It is the Wands. So male energy, Kings being action. So these cards are telling you that you need to take action. Not only speak to it, but do it. I just see right now you've got a lot on your plate, and currently the Two of Pentacles is about juggling two things. So maybe you need to refine some of your energy, draw some of it back so you're not so overwhelmed. Again, you have another congruency. The Page of Cups is present, new beginnings. So you're about to turn a page and you're just afraid that you won't have control over that change. Surrender, my beloved. It's about all we can do when the winds of change come rolling through. As it's windy AF out there right now. It's been like a week. I'm over it. Fighting migraines. All right, let's pull a card for you from Divination of the Ancients and see what your oracle reading is and focus for this week is. Tell me where you are in the world. Let me know how you feel your reading went. And please subscribe to my YouTube. I love your company there. Thunder and lightning. Okay, so thunder and lightning, think of the storm that's rolling through and think of those moments where clarity comes in. You're looking for that inspiration. You're expecting, some information to come. And this card is telling you that you have the power and you have the information and the inspiration. If you focus on it long enough, it will come clear to you. Just stay in your power. I want to thank you for hanging out with me, and I will catch you on the flip side. I'll be right back with Leo. And then directly after that, we are going to do a question and answer sessions.